Yes, top of the evening. You know the vibes. You're rocking out with the news by Shanewz. I'm gonna cover a couple quick topics. Not gonna stay on that long. Evening, top of the evening, y'all. I know this is a little late for me, but I had to come on and get my blog on. I wasn't initially gonna come on, but all right, y'all. My bad. I thought my phone would have been dead by now. All right, let me get that water in me. All right, let me run through a couple quick topics. So prior to what a lot of people was reporting, December 9th is a no-go for the PBC Showtime and all that. A lot of smoke and mirrors, man. But we should have expected that, man. You know what I'm saying? It sounded good, for YTC talk and all that, but apparently no pay-per-view December 9th for Showtime pay-per-view. But sticking with Showtime and PBC pay-per-view, the full fight card has been announced for the Benavidez Andrade. The saying, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. So I really don't have nothing really. I really don't have nothing good to say on the card other than hopefully Demetrius Andrade could pull an upset, right? But as far as the undercard and the bouts that they announced today, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all, right? Let's move on. Showtime is claiming that the following week they will, I guess it'll be their final hurrah, right? As far as, for the year. And because from what I'm hearing, they still going to have the exclusive rights to Canelo's fight and possibly the Earl Spence Terrence Crawford rematch if they do make that. Or like I said, man, boxing over there and the YTC insiders, weirdo boxing, what I like to say now. We just gotta wait, man, because a lot of these guys, In the Way Entertainment, Vulture Entertainment, I am a boxing insider, but I don't really get no concrete info. It's nothing going on, right? It's nothing going on. But I did see Ryan Garcia in the trenches with Derek James. I want to get to that. Derek doing his demonstrating as far as showing Ryan how to do the punches. Shout out to Bruce Gass in the building. I see you, OG. Yo, go check out my guy on the Roz podcast too. Since I seen Bruce in here, Evans, my guy is making his rounds, man. And salute to everybody that's putting him on. It just shows you where weirdo boxing is at. That it took for him to turn up the press conference against the Haneys for a lot of quote unquote content creators to reach out to him. But the man is a 2-time, right? And this is no shot at Blu-ray at all, right? You guys will have Blu-ray circulating all around the YTC, and his claim to fame is Earl Spence, right? One fighter, respectfully. What was it, 12 knockouts, however many knockouts. But you boxing weirdos would run the gauntlet with this guy who hasn't worked with Earl and who knows. And he doesn't know why he stopped working with Earl. But yet a guy like my guy, Evans, finally getting his go around. But Evans is a 2-time world champion trainer, coach. Also has worked with the likes of Jared Hurd, Kenny Bossman Sins, Quentin Randall, fighters, man. But, it is what it is. Boxing, internet weirdos, man. Because I'm only calling people weirdos and internet weirdos because it was brought to my attention that they say I talk too much. But doesn't everybody on the internet, especially when it pertains to boxing, that's all they're doing is talking? But unlike a lot of you guys that talk this boxing shit, I speak about things that I've been through in boxing with receipts. But I talk too much. But last time I checked, that's all some of your favorite gimmick internet weirdos do, is just talk boxing. But hey, what do I know? Right? I want to close with this, man. I want to say rest in peace too. And the Jamaican elderly lady really touched me, man. This Sunday night, Brooklyn father and his stepson were murdered execution style. The videos is all out. Flatbush Gardens is a projects in Brooklyn. These guys were residents, neighbors, basically. One lived on the 4th floor, the other lived on the 3rd floor, on top of each other. Now they've been having disputes over noise and the apparent shooter, he had made numerous complaints about noise and having a problem. And it escalated to what is circling right now on the internet, the cold-blooded murder. When you watch the video, right, you can take it many different ways, right? You can take it many different ways, right? I'm not going to play the actual video because it's graphic and I don't want to get a strike or anything on my channel. But when you watch the video and it's out there, you see him standing by the stairs. You see the father come out of, well, he comes to the door at first. You can't really hear what's going on, but you see it. It is turning up. Now he attempts to come out, and then he goes back in. And in the process of him doing that, you can tell my man, the shooter, he was gripped up, because that's when you see him get his piece ready, because he doesn't know what, the victim, the alleged, that's going to come out, is coming back out with. Now, when he comes back out, he has scissors in his hands, right? You can't really hear what is being said, but I think the thing that really fucked the whole situation up is the son came out, and apparently the mother or the wife. Now it's kind of really turned into a hostile situation. Even though you can't hear it, you can tell from the actions. He goes up to the guy, the shooter, with the scissors. The shooter's calm because he knows he's gripped up. Now, the wife attempts to, I guess they're having words. You can't really hear what's going on, but you can tell it's a hostile situation now. But when the wife tries to pull him away, the husband, father, reacts to her. I don't think she should have never been out there. She shouldn't have been out there from the jump. Neither should have had this son, right? So after she tries to pull him away or intervene, that's when it really went left, man. He backs her down, back off, whatever, goes back to my man. That's when my man let him know, he backed out on him. Now, he shot him in the back, right? I know a lot of people, I was looking online in the comments, it was self-defense. That would have been depending on who your lawyer is and what type of high power attorney you got, maybe so. But I'm gonna tell you the thing that I think he's in a no-win situation is the fact that after he hit him in the back, right? He hit him. He fired off. Boom, 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 boom. He let off. The wife closes the door. He's trying to get to the crib. She locked the door, closed him out. Dude walked over him and head tapped him. Finished him off. Very graphic, man. For those of y'all that seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Very, very graphic. He head tapped him. Now, in the process of him doing this, the son who was out there, that's why, man, hopefully we get a better video so you can hear the commotion, or you can hear, because the son goes at the shooter, and he's man, he got taken out. Man, the video is very graphic. He got hit. I think he might have took 3 rounds at close range, and then you see him almost by the stairs. He's done, but you still see him attempting to still breathe. I guess he's breathing because when the guy's waiting for the elevator, the shooter, he's waiting for the elevator, calm. because he done laid everything down. He taps the elevator, to jump on the elevator to exit out the building. And the lady, they had the lady on the news today that stays in the building too. And the Jamaican lady, Caribbean lady, I don't know if she's Jamaican, but she sounded Jamaican, really touched me because what she said, right? It's like, man, in a sense, they are neighbors. They stayed in the same building, same project building complex, one floor up from one another. I, a former project resident myself, the projects normally is a community where, you know, you might have disputes, but majority of the time, the people in the especially in the same building, it's, you know, it's a togetherness. Now you might have, you know, beef with other buildings. That's, you know, but majority of, depending on how big your projects is, right? And, you know, how many sides and streets, shit like that. You might, it might be a little friction like that. But normally in your own building, right? Normally in your own building, you don't really have that. So when I heard the elderly Caribbean lady speak on this, it did touch home. I'm like, man, she's absolutely correct. And she said, you know, I guess she's been living there a majority of her life. She said over the past 13 years, it has got worse. And it just made me think like, man, you are basically neighbors, right? Especially when like you stay in the same building. Y'all are neighbors. So he had, listen, we don't really know why it went that left. But what we do know is the reports. He complained about the noise, but he went up there with his hammer. He went with his hammer. He was gripped up, so he was ready for it. The other dude came out with the scissors. So it's like letting me know, like, damn, y'all are neighbors. But it was like that. Well, the tension was that thick where you come out with a scissors and you kind of did place it to his throat area. He came up there with his shit ready. So what type of tension and beef did y'all have, you know, for, you know, a noise shit to escalate to you coming upstairs, one floor up. Remember, this guy was on the third floor that was making the shooter. He was on the third floor. He lived in the apartment underneath him on the third floor. He came up one floor. Because when I read that, I'm like, man, I was just lost. And then the lady really confirmed it for me to come on here and speak on it. Because I'm like, man, y'all, they in the same building going at each other like that? The projects ain't the projects no more. It never was like that. Like I said, maybe other buildings, right? You might have, if you live on the 41st side, you might have beef with niggas on the 40th side, or like, depending on how big your project is. Shit like that, you know, is typical. But normally, if you are in building A or whatever building you're in, everybody in the building kind of like you might, oh, I don't like that nigga, but it's like, you know y'all live together. That's your neighbor, you know. So to see this demon time, real talk, like, man, we are living in some treacherous times, man. Treacherous time. But if y'all get a chance, the video's all over. Very graphic, man. How, rest in peace to the 27-year-old stepson, man. He got, man, both of them got it bad, man. But most likely the actual audio will come out so you can hear what took place, because he ran into the gunfire. Like, the father like turned away. He must have seen the hammer, and he turned away and had his back. He got hit in the back. Banged him out in the back. He collapsed. But then he walked over him as he's attempting to go in the door, but the door was closed already. She closed the door on him. And he just head tapped him. Took him all the way out. But the stepson, darted at him. Like, I don't... Was he trying to... in that situation, I see comments and I hear people saying maybe he was trying to disarm him. I don't know. It didn't look that way. It just looked like he ran at the gunman and he got hit at point blank range at least 2 to 3 times. I want to say he hit him 3 times because he was letting off. He let off like quick, fast, man. But I just had to come on and just give y'all that news tonight. Like I said, boxing weirdoed out right now, man. Let's just see what plays out, man. Like I said, hopefully some of these PBC insiders, right, can give you some inside shit. Like what I did yesterday, right, with us, Team Tucker, fighting the number 5. I think he's ranked number 5 in the WBA. He's a middleweight. This is a trap fight. You know, that's what I was trying to tell y'all yesterday. This is a trap fight for Jihad. But I'm not gonna speak on a lot of stuff because I talk too much. But just know the reason why I talk is because I only speak through the things that I've been through. But I thought this is boxing. Isn't it cool to talk boxing? Right? But December 9th, there's nothing to talk about. Take it in blood. Leave no doubt. That is my mentality for this camp number 12. Leave no doubts. Take it in blood. That's pretty much all I got for you on this news. I am going to get back to editing some more frames. So tomorrow, listen, I'm going to give you a whole nother selection of frames. Be on the lookout for that tomorrow. I'm just gonna set them up for tonight, and put them out tomorrow, or maybe even Friday. I don't know, cause it is Throwback Thursday. I've been in my bag. I might put a throwback ensemble together. Right? I don't know. You know. But everybody enjoy your hump day. You see how nice and quiet it is. Look, when it's quiet like this, I can get a lot of work done. Now, if this was a Friday night, man, I'll be in my bag. But I'm looking at the time. It's 11:17. Hold on, I'm texting somebody back, right? I'm telling him I sent you the same video. Yeah, somebody text me. I had to text him back. The phone must be on don't disturb. Good thing I looked at it. But listen, let me wrap this up. It's 11:17, man. Maybe another 45 minutes of editing and some pics. I gotta go to bed at 12, man. I gotta get up at 5. At least a couple hours of sleep, right? But you know what it is, man. Wednesday is officially over. This is the 2nd. You know what I really wanted to talk about tonight, man? And shout out to WCS for sending me this. Quentin Randall I seen him with my guy. Shout out to K. Karambet. Quentin Randall, and he looks like he's already on weight. He's out there with Troy Isley, because all those guys are on that card together. Troy Isley, Cashflow Diaz, Shakur, and they're all on. And he's in Vegas. And I asked WCS, I was wondering, was Brian Norman still in Philly getting that top tier work? Because he's going to need that top tier work, heading into this fight. This is a big fight for both of them. But more so, I think, for Brian Norman Jr. Because Brian Norman Jr. is the top ranked guy. He has a lot to lose. Whereas Quentin Randall, who right now is like a nomad, has nothing to lose and everything to gain, if you know and catch what I'm saying. But most likely you won't, because I talk too much. And the YTC, one thing about the YTC, especially what I'm learning from doing a lot of reading, right? I've been on my reading lately, right? And being a media marketing agent, right? I want to close. I want to give y'all some gems, right? I always got to give the gems out, right? As the media marketing agent, right? I want y'all to catch this, right? With the YTC, right? All right. You have a whole bunch of different content creators, right? We can basically categorize content creators into 4 groups. I'm going to break them down into 4 groups, right? Ordinary, non-obvious, stupid, and weird. Now, the ordinary, right, is, guys that come on here, they talk boxing, they might go to fights, some of them might even fought in the amateurs, or they're in gyms, just guys like that. Ordinary. Non-obvious. Well, you might call them a casual. Non-obvious. They just, if it's a fight like a Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, they're talk about it because that's a big event. Like Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury, they, non-obvious. They talk about that because it's talked about. Then you have the last 2, stupid and weird. Now, stupid, YTC is filled with that, right? A lot of stupid content creators, respectfully. And it's also filled with a lot of weird content creators, because anytime you speak on something for the weird, right? These are the weirds. The stupid is just obvious. Stupid content creators are content creators that come on here and they speak on things that they don't know. They speak on things that they know are lies, but they will argue and go off a lie. That's stupidity. But the weird and the YTC is rampant with weirdness when it pertains to boxing. These are individuals that will talk boxing every single day. For whatever reason, they are not doing a goddamn thing other than talking boxing. Now, what makes them weird is they will have the audacity to tell another content creator that is actually hands-on with an actual resume, either, doing something actively in boxing, that they are weird or they are this or they are that. But yet the weirdo that speaks on this every single day, has a platform only on the internet, Twitter, YouTube, many of the characters that I'm coming up with now, Coach Word is Born ass niggas and people like that. are weird. Because how do you speak about something and be mad at somebody that's actually doing the things that you speak about? Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed my sauce. Please do not get categorized into the latter two, into the stupid category or the weird category. It's cool to be ordinary and non-obvious. Because if you are either ordinary or non-obvious, you are all right. Because you are a fan that actually supports boxing. But if you are the latter two, stupid or weird, you are not only in the way, you are confused, you are deaf, dumb, and blind. Hopefully you caught this sauce. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz. This is the Sauce Experience.
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you. All you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tumo-Helora. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
The news by Shanewz. Shout out to Source Tour Podcast.